Good evening and many thanks for joining us. I am Ansmane Sonyasi and this is QTV News coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue. Thanks for joining us. Here are the main news headlines. President Adama Barrow today received 4 more ambassadors designate at the State House who presented their letters of credence and pledged to strengthen bilateral ties and cooperation with the Gambia. As the government announced a reduction in the price of fertilizers, rice farmers in the Central River region had expressed concerns over the high cost of fertilizer and were seeking a significant reduction in price. Following the national launch of obstetric fistula, the UNDP, in collaboration with the Office of the First Lady and partners, on Monday launched the regional campaign in Basse URR. And the Brikama Area Council has signed a $9 million contract with Jigo Construction Company for the construction of a 400-meter Brikama Jambar Sane Road. In international news, the outgoing president of the ECOWAS Commission, Jean-Claude Cassibrou, on Tuesday expressed concerns with the worsening security in the sub-region. So stay tuned as we bring you more on these and other stories. Thanks for joining us once more, and we now take a look at the news in detail. A day after receiving 5 envoys, President Adama Barrow received 4 more ambassadors designate at the State House on Wednesday, who presented their letters of credence and pledged to strengthen bilateral ties and cooperation with the Gambia for development, including in agriculture, tourism, energy, trade, and education. Lamin Choi reports.
In a formal ceremony, more ambassadors designated to the Gambia arrived at the State House in Banjul to present letters of credence to President Adama Barrow. They are from the People's Republic of Bangladesh, Czech Republic, Namibia, and Hellenic Republic of Greece. The first to present his letters of credence to President Adama Barrow on Wednesday morning is the ambassador of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, which, like the Gambia, is a member of the British Commonwealth. The Bangladesh ambassador, Masudur Rahman, underlines the significance of Gambia-Bangladesh relations and thanks Gambia for its role in pursuing justice at the International Criminal Court for the Rohingya Muslim population of Myanmar, over 700,000 of whom fled to Bangladesh for refuge.
I'd like to add that both our countries can really collaborate in the agricultural sector as we pivot our economy based on agriculture, as well as the industries based on agriculture. We are very thankful to the government of Gambia for its leadership role in the OIC.
The ambassador of the Czech Republic, Marek Skolil, has also presented his letter of credence to President Adama Barrow. Ambassador Skolil is honored to be sent to the Gambia for diplomatic mission during a crucial development moment in the Gambia, which he pledges can bank on his country for cooperation.
Some of these possible fields for cooperation, have been discussed during my audience with His Excellency, industrialization, mechanization of agriculture, but also education and health sector. And now it's really up to us on both sides, people who are endowed with responsibilities in the respective fields, to do something concrete for the benefit of the two countries and the two people.
The ambassador from Africa to present a letter of credence to President Adama Barrow is Ambassador of Namibia, Elvis Tulota Shiweda. Namibia is on the southwest coast of Africa, and it is another Commonwealth member nation.
So what we are specifically looking forward to, we're looking forward to in exploration in various areas, such as agriculture, tourism, energy, education, and those are the kind of areas we'll be placing high priority on.
Lastly, the head of state received a new ambassador from the Hellenic Republic of Greece in a person of Ephimois George Kostopoulos. Greece aims to cooperate with the Gambia at both bilateral and multilateral forums to advance economic and political development interests that are mutually beneficial.
It's also our intention to do our utmost to improve business relations, trade and investment. Hopefully I'll have some interesting meetings later today on this issue.
By building strong foreign relations, the Gambia is expected to develop and advance foreign policies with these countries and explore opportunities for mutually beneficial trade, investment, educational, economic, financial, and commercial cooperation. Mohamed Lamin Choi, QTV News.
Now, as the government announced a reduction in the price of fertilizers, rice farmers in the Central River region had expressed concerns over the high cost of fertilizer and were seeking a significant reduction in price. A failure to do this, they say, will contribute to low yield in rice production this year. This report by Ibrahim Jallo in the Central River region is narrated by Churchill Valde.
The rice farmers in CRR raised their concerns following a meeting at Genoy last month by the Ministry of Agriculture in partnership with National Food Security, Processing and Marketing Corporation, in which a bag of fertilizer was pegged at $2,500 for this year's farming season. Bora Toure, a farmer, explained how not getting fertilizers at the right time is affecting their rice production this year.
We used to buy at $700 per bag in Sapo. The businessmen in Brikama are selling urea for $3,500 and $2,000 for compound fertilizer. In fact, after 2 months, it is just now that I applied fertilizer to my rice farm.
Crops including rice need fertilizer to flourish and produce a high yield. If the soil is not replenished with nutrients through fertilizing, crops' yields will deteriorate over time. Ndaifati, a rice grower, says the price of fertilizer is expensive and it will be hard for them to afford.
I have cultivated my rice field and my rice has started producing, but I cannot afford fertilizer. I have a family, including children, to cater for. So it is hard and the issue is complex.
Farmers in this community depend on locally produced rice for income and consumption. Angela Conte, also a rice farmer, says the cost of locally produced rice will be higher this year than in previous years.
I struggle a lot on the farm this year. We will not make a profit this year. Our rice needs fertilizer and we cannot afford the quantity we needed, and others cannot afford it.
Following concerns raised by farmers nationwide, the Gambia government today issued a press release announcing a further subsidizing of the official price of fertilizer from $2,500 to $2,000. In the press release, President Barrow says while he is not oblivious to the global financial situation negatively affecting commodity prices, the advancement of Gambian farmers and the promotion of their general welfare remain his top priorities, and that he will do whatever it takes to mitigate their pain and suffering. According to the release, the National Food Security Processing and Marketing Corporation, formerly GGC, has procured 14,000 metric tons of fertilizer for this summer season, and the official price is $2,000. For QTV News, I am Churchill Balle.
Now, following the national launch of obstetric fistula, the UNDP, in collaboration with the Office of the First Lady and partners, on Monday launched the regional campaign in Basse URR. Alaji A.F. Jallo tells us more.
The regional launching is to raise awareness around the conditions, popularizing the availability of free fistula repair surgery, and to shed light on the root causes of the condition, including harmful traditional practices such as female genital mutilation and child marriage. Fatou Kinte, the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Welfare, emphasizes government's commitment in joining international partners to eliminate fistula globally.
The government of the Gambia, under the leadership of His Excellency the President, has accordingly demonstrated its political will to join other member states and the international community at large to intensify efforts and actions and engagements in the drive to eliminate obstetric fistula globally. Obstetric fistula is a health condition which women and girls suffer from as a result of obstetric labor. The obstetric labor can be as a result of early pregnancy, early marriage, because the girl is too young and is not physically fit to bear a child or go through childbirth without the timely intervention of a health professional.
We are on a quest to eliminate obstetric fistula in the Gambia by 2030. we heard from many experts in health sector that it is feasible and we will make the Gambia the first country in West and Central Africa to eliminate this debilitating disease. On May 23rd, UNFPA, in collaboration with Her Excellency the First Lady, launched on the International Day to End Obstetric Fistula a months-long campaign to raise awareness about this condition.
Fatou Doumbouya, a fistula survivor, gave testimony about the condition. When I got obstructive fistula, life became very difficult for me. Everyone abandoned me, but my husband stood by my side and supported me during the difficult moments. One day, I heard about the support the UNDP and the Ministry of Health is giving to fistula patients, and we quickly seized the opportunity. I got my surgery at the hospital, and today, I stand before you completely free from obstetric fistula. The First Lady, Fatoumata Barbaro, said, "The fight to prevent obstetric fistula is a fight for human dignity."
Obstetric fistula is a rupture that occurs as a result of lack of access to timely medical assistance, often obstructed labor and long hours of childbirth. A noble responsibility unique to us women. It is one of the most severe forms of childbirth injuries, mainly affecting the most vulnerable and the poorest girls and women living in areas with limited access to quality health services globally.
According to the 2022 situational analysis in the Gambia, between 335 and 1,052 women live with obstetric fistula. These numbers are far from the reality, as many people living with the conditions do not report it. Therefore, the persistence of obstetric fistula is a sign that the health system needs to be strengthened to meet the essential sexual and reproductive health needs of women. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alaji F. Jallo.
That report there by Alaji F. Jallo will lead us to the commercial break, but when we return, we have more local and international news stories. Don't go away.
For his kitchen, Prosper was thinking big. He therefore chose big new tiles. He then thought he'd also love a new stainless steel sink and a new mixer rack. And now that we're changing the sink, we might as well buy a new kitchen counter, right?
Oh yeah, I couldn't resist.
Good old Prosper.
Yes, that's Batimat's Bati Days. Take advantage of exceptional discounts up to 70% on several products families. From June 11th to 25th, you will be splurging. Batimat, everything for construction, from foundation to finishing.
GRA, in partnership with the African Development Bank through its support for economic and financial governance TREE project to strengthen the domestic revenue mobilization for the Gambia, will on Monday, June 20th, launch the state-of-the-art ICT platform called Asikuda Wall, replacing the existing Asikuda Plus Plus by the Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs at the Revenue House in Banjul, followed by the inauguration of the GRA Revenue House Annex Office. Asikuda Wall has the following objectives: improve procedures in the customs administration, facilitate trade by shortening the turnaround for clearance, contribute to the overall customs revenue collection, promote interagency and regional cooperation, and support the provision of trade statistics for decision-making. The launching of the system will involve the go-live and the rollout of the transit module to 4 border posts: Amdalai, Farafenye, Basse and Jiboro. Stakeholders are duly notified and assured of a smooth migration without disruption.
Welcome back from that commercial break. Be reminded you're following QTV News and we're broadcasting live from our studios on Caraba Avenue. I am Ansmane Sonyasi. Now, the Brikama Area Council has signed a $9 million contract with Jigo Construction Company for the construction of a 400-meter Brikama Jambar Sane Road. Our reporter Mahmoud Gajaga attended the signing ceremony and he now reports.
Brikama in the West Coast region is one of the largest settlements in the Gambia. It has banks, a hospital, the governor's office, the Gambia College, the fire service, petrol stations, and one of the busiest markets in the country. Some of the roads leading to these important public amenities and institutions have become dilapidated over time, making access a challenge for both drivers and pedestrians. This warranted the council to reconstruct the roads. The 400-meter road, which stretches from Gunjur Road to Brikama Market area, will be constructed within a 4-month period by Jigo Construction Company after winning the bidding. Modu Janga, the CEO of the Brikama Area Council, explains.
This route, upon completion, will no doubt decongest traffic within Brikama as the commercial hub of the region and beyond. But it will also improve the socio-economic status of the communities within West Coast region, not only those within Combo Central.
The CEO and proprietor of Jigo Construction said his company will deliver a quality and durable road.
I would like to thank Brikama Area Council Management and the National Road Authority for this prestigious award and recognition. I once again assure you that Jigo Construction will deliver a first-class road for my community, that is Brikama.
The National Road Authority, NRA, acted as facilitators for the actualization of the road construction project. Abubakar Drame, Quantity Survey Officer at the NRA, says the construction of the road will complement their efforts.
The Brikama Area Council has come to our aid because we being the custodian of the roads, if they come to our aid to help us to construct that road, I think this is a very important, gesture from Brikama Area Council. On behalf of the National Road Authority, the Managing Director and the management, entire management, we therefore thank Brikama Area Council for that kind gesture.
Sirifo Sanko, the chairman of the Brikama Area Council, spoke highly of Jigo Construction Company for their delivering quality service. However, he tasked them with the construction of a good quality road and deliver the project on time.
As we all know, Jigo Construction is a household name in the Gambia that every Gambian is proud of. He has been doing it, and if we follow his track records, there is not a single contract that we had him been blamed. We are very lucky in the sense that he's a native of Brikama, a native of West Coast region, and a Gambian for that matter, that we expect him to deliver the most unique and a wonderful, better job.
Pa Ansunyasi, Ward Councillor for Brikama Nyambai Jambarsane Ward, hailed both the council and Jigo Construction for identifying the road in his community.
The construction of the Njaikunda Ja Oil Road in my ward, Jambarsane, to ease the blockage of the traffic during closing time.
The road is usually flooded and almost inaccessible during the rainy season, especially after heavy rainfall. It is believed when completed will ease access for both motorists and pedestrians and other road users. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
And now on to some international news in a moment. The outgoing president of the ECOWAS Commission, Jean-Claude Cassibrou, on Tuesday expressed concerns with the worsening security in the sub-region as he presented the 2022 interim report on the state of the ECOWAS community to the ECOWAS Parliament. Alusisi reports from Abuja.
Jean-Claude Cassibrou, president of the Commission, in his presentation to the 2022 first ordinary session of the ECOWAS Parliament underway in Abuja, outlines the security threats posed by terrorist activities as one of the major current concerns affecting the sub-region. For example, between January and April 2022, there were 1,051 incidents with 2,135 fatalities.
The support mission to Gambia, ECOMIG, is still present to assist and support the country to find stability. And following the recent decisions of the summit of heads of state and government, a stabilization mission to Guinea-Bissau is being deployed in order to contribute to maintaining peace and stability. As you know, end of January, early February, there was an attempted coup d'etat in Guinea-Bissau.
On the political situation in the sub-region, He said, in spite of the challenges in some countries, such as the ECOWAS suspended Guinea, Mali, and Burkina Faso, the majority of the countries, including the Gambia, are doing well to entrench democracy through the conduct of free and credible presidential and parliamentary elections.
In 2020 and 2021, they held presidential and legislative elections, the last of in the series being the legislative elections in Gambia. Before then, they had the legislative elections in Cape Verde. We also had presidential elections in the two countries, and they all went very well.
On the economic outlook, President Barrow forecast a slight improvement in the GDP to 4.75% in 2022 from 4.21% in 2021. Inflation is forecast at 13.5% in 2022 from 12.5% in 2021, while public debt is forecast at 34.86% in 2022 compared to 36.08% in 2021. On health, despite the persistence of the COVID-19 pandemic, he said there is a slight drop in contaminations. Nonetheless, he urged the sub-region to remain vigilant. Regarding free trade, 3 ECOWAS countries, Benin, Liberia, and Guinea-Bissau, are yet to ratify the Africa Free Trade Area Treaty. He further urged ECOWAS parliamentarians to also help sensitize their member countries against border closures, which had and continue to affect the free movement of people, goods, and services. Members were unanimous in calling for sub-regional solutions to sub-regional problems, as they proffer suggestions and solutions to fix the diverse challenges. They want to see the sub-region move from commitment to action.
If we try to promote and improve the production of this organic module, will be a reliable alternative to this chemical fertilizer that we tend to borrow or get from countries outside Africa.
Can we now start to look at, considering we have similar problems, similar issues, can we now start looking at the situation where we will harmonize our security training so that a security in one country can understand the language, the code, the do's and don'ts of the security in other country, so as to be able to contain the surge of terrorism in the sub-region.
The President's report will be followed by the country reports by respective delegations on the current situation in their respective countries. Reporting for QTV News from Abuja, Nigeria, I am Aliu Sisi.
Also in international news, Bali is rated one of the best tourist destinations in the world for its weather, culture, and beautiful people. QTV's Jennifer Sonko recently visited Bali, and now she has her experience.
Bali is the only Hindu-majority province in Indonesia, with 86.9% of the population adhering to Hinduism. The province is renowned for its highly developed arts, dance, painting, leather, metalworking, and music. Bali has beautiful, clean, and well-kept beaches that often catch the attention of many tourists visiting the city. I visited Kuta Beach, which is an excellent beach for inexperienced swimmers, with lifeguards everywhere. There were exciting moments watching surfers catch a wave, amongst other activities. When it comes to food, nasi goreng, meaning fried rice, is the most popular Indonesian dish traditionally served with a fried egg. The coronavirus pandemic greatly affected Bali, as tourism is a major source of livelihood for many locals. Here's a surfing trainer we encountered at the beach.
All business is closed. I looking another job, another place. I'm bolding.
In March 2017, TripAdvisor named Bali as the world's top destination in its Traveler Choice Award, which it also earned in January 2021.
Hello Gambia, how are you? Selamat siang Gambia. If one day next time with Jennifer come to Bali for holiday, okay? Bali is good.
Generally, Indonesia is a very resilient country. There have been 1,613 adverse weather events in 2022, with an average of 500 minor and large-scale earthquakes every month as of 23rd May. Specifically, Bali is prone to earthquakes, tsunamis, flooding, and volcanic eruptions. Despite these occurrences, the people and the region strive and survive. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jennifer Sonko.
And I'm afraid that report there by Jennifer Sonko, from that we draw the curtains on this bulletin, but here's a recap for main headlines. President Adama Barrow today received 4 more ambassadors designate at the State House who presented their letters of credence and pledge to strengthen bilateral ties and cooperation with the Gambia. As the government announced a reduction in the price of fertilizers, rice farmers in the Central River region had expressed concerns over the high cost of fertilizer and were seeking a significant reduction in price. Following the national launch of obstetric fistula, the UNDP, in collaboration with the Office of the First Lady and partners, on Monday launched the regional campaign in Basse URR. The Brikama Area Council has signed a $9 million contract with Jigo Construction Company for the construction of a 400-meter Brikama Jambar Sane Road. In international news, the outgoing president of the ECOWAS Commission, Jean-Claude Cachebrou, on Tuesday expressed concern with the worsening security in the sub-region. Well, that's all we have for you in this bulletin. Do join us at 10 p.m. for Mondays. Until then, on behalf of the entire production team, thanks for watching.